just calm down. If you could, just calm down. Don't they think you would? But you can't. Your partner says something, your boss gives you feedback, someone doesn't text back, and suddenly your heart is racing. Your chest is tight, and your thoughts are spiraling. You know it's not rational. You know you're overreacting. You are telling yourself this isn't a big deal. Calm down, breathe. But your body won't listen. Why? Here's what's actually happening. When you are triggered, you're not just upset about what's happening right now. Your nervous system is reacting to something from your past. That comment your partner made, it sounded like the critical parent. That moment they withdrew or went away, it felt like being abandoned as a child. That look of disappointment, it triggered the shame you carried for years. Crazy, right? But here is the problem. You can't calm down because the threat isn't happening in your thinking brain. It's happening in your subcortical brain, the deep part, primitive part that controls survival responses. Your thinking brain knows it's not a real emergency, but your subcortical brain, it's screaming danger, threat, survival mode. And when your nervous system goes into survival mode, it hijacks everything. Your heart rate spikes, your breathing gets shallow, your prefrontal cortex, the part that thinks rationally, goes offline. That's why telling yourself to just calm down or hearing someone say calm down doesn't work. You literally can't access that part of the brain that would help you calm down. Think about it like this. Your nervous system has a ladder. At the top, you're in ventral vagal state, calm, connected, safe. When something triggers you, you drop down into the sympathetic activation, flight, fight, freeze, fawn. And if it gets bad enough, you collapse into dorsal vagal shutdown, numb, disconnected, checked out. When you are in fight or flight, your body is flooded with cortisol and adrenaline. Your entire system is preparing to fight off a threat or run from danger. Telling yourself to calm down in that state is like telling someone having a heart attack to just relax. Your body is in physiological emergency response. And it doesn't matter that the threat, it's just your partner asking where you put the keys. Your nervous system can't tell the difference between a real threat and a perceived one. So when people say just breathe, or you're being so sensitive, they don't get it. They don't understand. You're not choosing to react this way. Your nervous system is doing what it was trained to do to keep you safe. And here is the hard truth. You can't think your way out of this. You can't logic your way to calm. You can't just breathe your way through a nervous system that's been wired for threat. So what do? That's where things like brain spotting come in. Brain spotting is a modality that changes everything, because brain spotting doesn't try to calm you down from the top like talk therapy. It goes to where activation is actually stored in your deep subcortical brain. And when we find this specific eye position that connects directly to where you're holding that trigger response in your body, maybe it's a panic that lives in your chest, maybe it's rage that sits at your jaw, maybe it's the freeze response that maybe go numb. And when we focus on that little spot while staying present with those sensations, your nervous system finally gets to process what it's been holding onto. Again, not by calming you down, but by discharging that activation, letting go of that at its source. See, your nervous system has been storing these threat responses since you were young. Even, every time you were criticized and couldn't fight back, every time you were abandoned and couldn't make the people you loved stay, every time you felt unsafe and had nowhere to go. Excuse me, I have to turn this light on. I had nowhere to go, right? So your body held into all of it. And now every time something in your present feels like something from your past, that stored activation gets triggered. Brain spotting helps the nervous system complete what it couldn't complete back then, release what it's been holding, discharge that threat response that has been stuck. And after brain spotting, clients tell me that I can feel upset without completely falling apart, or I don't spiral anymore when I get triggered. My body actually feels calm, not just my mind trying to convince me to be calm. Because here's the difference: the talk therapy tries to calm you down from your thinking brain. Breathing exercises try to regulate you from the outside in. But brain spotting, it actually changes what's happening in your nervous system. It widens your window of tolerance so you can handle more without getting triggered. It strengthens your vagal tone so you can bounce back from distress faster. It teaches your body that what it feels like to feel safe. That you don't have to react to every trigger like it's life or death emergency, because it's not. So if you can't come down when you're triggered, if you know you're overreacting but can't stop yourself, or if people keep telling you just relax and you want to fucking scream in their face, it's not because you're broken. It's not because you are not trying hard enough. It's because you are trying to solve a subcortical problem with cortical tools. Your nervous system needs healing, not instructions. If you're ready to stop fighting your nervous system and start actually healing it, if you're ready to widen your window of tolerance so you can stay present instead of getting hijacked, book your free consultation call. Let's see if brain spotting is right for you. Because you deserve a nervous system that feels safe, one that doesn't spiral at the smallest trigger, one that lets you show up as the calm, grounded person that you want to be. You're not too sensitive. Your nervous system is just doing what it was trained to do, and it's time to teach it something new that actually works.